As Form 4 candidates continue their exams, the two main bodies involving teachers are also sweating it out in an exam of their own. The Teachers Service Commission says the teachers' union, KNUT, has no right to negotiate a collective bargaining agreement because it does not meet the required simple majority threshold to act on behalf of teachers. But the KNUT body says that's not true, arguing that the condition was only relevant at the time the union was formed in the 60s. With the twists and turns of the teaching profession, here's Leila Mohammed.
2019 began on a rocky note for KNUT and its employer TSC, and with the latest shot fired by the TSC, Wilson Session says he will go into battle full throttle and is now threatening the TSC itself.
We will be calling for the removal from office of the chair, the commissioners and the CEO.
KNUT feels that the baby it bargained to be established in the 60s has come back to bite them in the back, and this could be a witch hunt.
We've not been mentioning their names, but Dr. Lydia Nzomo and Dr. Nancy Macharia have failed.
On its part, TSC quotes Article 54(1) of the 2007 Labour Relations Act that states that an employer, including one in the public sector, shall never be divided, shall recognize a trade union for purposes of collective bargaining if that trade union represents the simple majority of unionizable employees.
50+1 was only required at the time of application. That happened in 1968. Those are dreamers.
As at November 4th, 2019, TSC says that it paid out remittances to KNUT for 115,019 teachers, which according to the Commission does not reach the 50+1 threshold.
They issued what we call a validation circular to reduce membership of unions, what we call validation. And that circular was revoked by the court on the 16th of August.
According to its books, there are 321,678 teachers registered under TSC.
In the month of July, without due consultation, they put off union deduction.
According to KNUT, it has a representation of about 190,000 members and argues that 70,000 of them were coerced by the employer to leave the union.
You can now access TPay from your mobile phone.
TSC says that teachers made the choice to have their union fees to KNUT stopped via an app created by the TSC called TPay.
Did they sit and negotiate and agree with us? For a teacher to move out of a union or a member of a union, you must write to the union.
TSC says that the Labour Board will sit and review TSC's letter and call the parties before making their decision.
We have today written to them to cause a meeting within 7 days for us to commence discussions on the next CBA. We've done it.
Leila Mohammed, NTV.
They cannot engage in.
As they engage in what he was explaining to Leila, KNUT and TSC continue to wage war on each other. The central victim all the while in this drama remains the teachers. While TSC has put KNUT on notice, terminating the recognition agreement signed in 1968, KNUT through the Secretary General Wilson Session has fought back, terming the action illegal, in bad faith, and outrightly rejecting the notice. While these two giants fight it out, one must wonder what the fate of the teacher will be. The role of the union has been central in protecting and fighting for the rights of teachers, especially for benefits and pay increases through enforcing CBAs and structured dialogue. In the absence of KNUT, who will fight for the primary school teachers? In your Wednesday Daily Nation tomorrow, you'll find an analysis of the scenarios of different outcomes in the war between union and employer.